Hi, I'm Maura McCullough, founder of College Scoops. Our goal at College Scoops is to provide valuable, curated content to help students and parents get a better feel and vibe of a college campus and the surrounding area. Whether you are in high school or at university, College Scoops provides the inside scoops on everything college related, highlighting the best places to eat, stay, and explore on and around campus. We know college visits in particular should and can be fun, offering new insights into the local community and surrounding area each and every time you step foot on campus. We have just launched a virtual college experience series to highlight what our student ambassadors love about their school and to answer several important questions you and your students may have about particular colleges. We hope you find these videos helpful. We had a ton of fun making them. Thank you to all of our student ambassadors and to the entire College Scoops community for pulling these together. Please subscribe to College Scoops and follow us on our social media.
Tell us about yourself. Where do you attend? Where did you transfer from?
Hi everyone, my name is Hannah Bucknam. I am a current senior at Villanova University. I transferred from Southern Methodist University in Dallas, Texas after my freshman year of college.
Hi, my name is Curran Stockton and I'm a junior at Georgetown University who transferred at the end of my freshman year from Lafayette College in Easton, Pennsylvania.
Hey, I'm Abby. I am a recent graduate of the University of Tampa, where I transferred to after my freshman year at the University of Florida.
Hi, my name is Abby Smith. I am a current fourth year at the University of Virginia, and I transferred from East Carolina University after my freshman year.
What was your main reason for transferring schools?
The main reason I transferred was because I could not find the right fit for me on campus at UF. I tried a bunch of different groups and nothing seemed right, nothing felt like home to me. And because UF was way too big for me, I had a lot of different professors that I really liked and there were so many resources at UF. But the thing that was holding me back about really enjoying school was that I kind of felt like just a number. I didn't really know anyone, no one knew me, and so it didn't really matter. It felt like no one was looking out for me as a student. And so that was really hard. And so I decided to switch to a smaller school like UT, where I had a better chance of developing closer relationships with my professors.
My main reason for transferring was more of a backup plan for if I didn't enjoy playing lacrosse at the Division I level. I wouldn't have stayed at the school unless I was playing lacrosse, and when I decided that it wasn't for me, I was happy I applied to transfer because then I had options of where I could go.
The main reason for transferring schools for me was the size of my previous school and probably the location as well. My previous school was a little smaller than I was comfortable with, and I realized that after being there for a couple of months that I wanted something more metropolitan with more off-campus opportunities, and it was a little close to home for my liking as well. I kind of wanted to head out to a city where I could try new things and be in a place that was a little bit out of my comfort zone, so that's what drew me to DC. How many schools did you apply to transfer to?
I applied to 3 schools. Because they were my backup plan, I only applied to schools in state. So I applied to Virginia Tech, James Madison University, and obviously UVA.
When I was transferring, I actually only applied to one other school, and that was the University of Tampa. And this is just because when I was in high school, I was originally torn between UF and the University of Tampa, and so I just made the switch.
When I was applying to transfer to schools, I wanted to make sure that I had schools that I knew I was going to be able to get into, and I was also looking at schools that were back on the East Coast where I'm originally from. I only applied to 4 schools when I was transferring. I can honestly say I didn't know I was going to transfer, so it was a very hectic time. So I wanted to get a few applications out there. I applied to schools that I knew people at and places that I knew I would be happy at.
What was the transition like for you? How did you transition?
The transition was pretty hard at first, but it got better over time. The first month was really hard because I was regretting putting myself in the new situation because I never liked new things, and that was really hard. And I was thinking about the fact that I had been so comfortable at UF and I already knew where my classes were and I had a pretty good lay of the land. But at Tampa, I knew nothing, I didn't know anyone, and so it was really hard, and I was kind of kicking myself for having to start all over again. But after about a month or so, I realized that things were a lot better because my professors knew my name, and I knew people, and I already was comfortable because the campus was so much smaller, so it didn't take that long to adjust. And so I felt a lot better and at peace with my decision after about a month, maybe a month and a half.
It was a little tough in the beginning, acclimating to my new environment and making some friends because I was placed in a single dorm. But after a month or so, when I was comfortable enough with my classes and my schedule, my surroundings, I really put myself out there and was able to make friends pretty quickly. And I found my people quickly enough in the first 2 months, and it really led me to believe and appreciate that Georgetown really is the place for me.
So the transition for me was very easy, and that was made easy because of the Villanova Transfer Orientation Program. They had an amazing program where 50 of us transfers attended orientation. We all met, shared our stories. It was really awesome. So going into Villanova, I knew all of those kids. Additionally, I knew people from home that attend Villanova. So for me personally, it was definitely easy, but it's not easy for everyone, and it's definitely hard being a transfer student, but I think it's what you make of it, and the more you put yourself out there and say yes to going places, the easier it can be.
What advice do you have for college students that are considering transferring?
The best advice I would give to anyone thinking about transferring is that you should never stay at a place just because you're comfortable there. That's something that I almost did. I knew I was comfortable enough at UF, and I could have been fine because I already knew where things were. I had some friends that were good, but I figured out that we aren't made to survive college, we're made to thrive in college, and I was definitely just surviving. I was just getting by, but by transferring, I realized that there are so many more opportunities. There's so much more than just survival of college. You can have a good time, you can learn a lot, and you can meet a lot of people, and so that's something that I would say.
First, I would say if you're considering transferring in the first week or two of your freshman year, give it time. I wouldn't think about transferring until after your winter break, which is when I really started to think about transferring and realized the other opportunities I wanted out of my college experience. And if you are genuinely considering transferring, if you're on the fence, it can't hurt to apply, because the worst that happens is you get in somewhere and then you don't end up going and you end up staying and loving your current school. Or you don't get in somewhere and you just stay. You're already in college, so worst case, you still have your current school. So at least give it a shot.
My advice to anyone considering transferring would be, don't think that you're going to be the only one that ever transfers. Actually, a ton of students transfer, almost 33%, so like a third of students will transfer at some point in their academic career. And you're going to meet so many people that transfer through transfer orientation, and you'll become friends with people, and it's honestly not as scary or as unusual as you think it is. It's actually pretty normal.
It's really hard kind of trying to figure out what you're doing, and sometimes it can be discouraging because you really wish your first school is going to work out, but it definitely gets better. If you're a strong enough person to realize that you want to leave, you're definitely going to be strong enough to handle the challenges that are going to come associated with transferring, and I would say it was a really good thing that I did transferring, and I'm much happier after transferring, but it definitely isn't easy.
If you could do it all over again, is there anything you would have done differently?
Maybe saying yes more. I think I was really nervous when I got here, so I would say no because I was a little shy. I wasn't sure if kids wanted to hang out with me. I was kind of unsure of everything, but had I said yes originally, I think I would have met people quicker. So although it is nerve-wracking, say yes to every opportunity you get. Anyone who asks you to get lunch, say yes, because you never know what kind of friends are waiting for you out there.
If I could go back and do anything differently, I probably wouldn't give myself an 8 a.m. on Fridays, but also I probably would have spaced out my more challenging classes. I took some really hard ones like my first semester, and that was really bad because I didn't end up getting the best grades I wanted, and that hurt my GPA. So I would say space out your classes.
If I could do it all over again, I think I would have changed the way I handled it in terms of talking to people about it. I didn't talk to anyone I knew who had transferred. I didn't talk to my friends about the fact that I was even thinking about transferring. I really kept it to myself until I had actually made the decision and I knew what I was going to do. But I think it would have been nice to know kind of some of the things that people feel when they transfer, and so it would have been nice to have that as a resource for me while I was transferring.
I don't think there's anything I would have done differently per se, except for how I would have handled the situation with my friends at my old school, because it's an awkward thing to talk about when you're considering transferring. And in retrospect, I wish I was a little more forthcoming with my friends at my old school, but you know, at the end of the day, everything worked out and there's not much I would have changed.
Here's how you can get more information like what you have just seen to help you and your student get the inside scoops on college life. We have close to 100 ebooks available at collegescoops.com for purchase. All of our ebooks feature student and parent testimonials on what life is like on campus, living, learning, and working while attending college. We offer students and parents favorite places to eat on and around campus, along with a host of local excursions for you, your student, and family to enjoy during your college experience. With direct links to restaurants, hotels, and excursions, we have made it as easy as possible for you to plan your trip, saving you time, energy, and stress. Whether it is your first time visiting or at graduation, we've got you covered.